Future me says thank you. I'm documenting the days of my life, and this was a realistic Wednesday. After my bathroom routine, I stepped into the living room for my morning meditation and prayer, and today I was 6 a.m. club today. And I wanted to do something different today. I've been getting up and working on my craft consistently, but I also have to stay vigilant and study up on the business side of things. I remember when I was growing up, there was this MTV show called Behind the Music, and before social media became what it is now, this was the only way for us to really understand and gain insight on how an artist got to where they were. Before I started my bathroom routine, I was on YouTube and I saw this Post Malone video came up. So I took that as a sign to study more on other artists. I finished up that video before I watched this video on Wiz Khalifa. And I love Wiz Khalifa. He just seemed like a chill dude. All he does is makes music, smoke his weed, and live his life. I know he gonna fuck with my song Flow whenever he hears it one day. In the beginning of my career, I used to study up on everything. I was heavily on the business side of things. Who owns the record labels, A&R, marketing. I was on top of everything. So today was just day one of me starting that up again. Whenever anybody asks me who's my favorite artist, I always state 5 names, and Missy Elliott is always high up on that list. So I had to rewatch her episode of Behind the Music. I remember watching this when I was young, and the insight it gave me of how wonderful she really was. Her music and visuals already inspired me, and watching that insight inspired me even more. I've always said I'm gonna work with Missy one day, and when that day comes, just know that we gonna make some magic together. She even inspired my song Damn Shorty. Her approach on creativity is the exact type of artist I am. The sun was starting to rise, and by this time, it was already 9 a.m., so it was time to start my shift for the day. After checking my emails, I stepped into the kitchen and set up Babe's lunch bag before stepping outside to warm up her car before she headed off for work. I warmed up some French toast sticks for breakfast and had my weekly meeting. And after my meeting, I feel like a good chunk of my day was distracted by family drama. But I have to remember I took myself out of a certain environment, and even though certain factors try to pull me back in, that is not my life anymore. I can't save everyone, and as much as I love my family, sometimes I get too passionate and it makes me very emotional. I need to just focus on my life and let God handle the rest. But the day did go by really quick though. I jumped into the shower and then I warmed up something to eat, and I was getting off of work earlier today, so I gave myself enough time to get ready, throw out the trash, and make my way to Sabrina's house. I pulled up, and of course she wasn't ready yet, and we got to catch this train by 6. Once she came out, we made our way to the train station and waited for the train. We're on our way to a basketball game, and I know that's going to be fun. I'll update how it went tomorrow. Today was a good day.